It's still Thursday in the U.S. I might be a little late to wish you a happy Thursday, but better late than never. Yeah, let me thank some people. There is a scam train going on and all that. Why can I not scroll up again? Alright, fine, I'll do it this way. SporkU, thank you for the 3 months. Punch MSX, thank you for the 23 months. It's Chikabo, thank you for the 41 months. Rory Dropkick gifted out a sub and cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much for that. Enjoy the sub. I didn't catch who caught it. Garcia Incident, thank you for the 101. Good to see you again, man. Glad we could make the Galloping Ghost trip. Garaticus, thank you for the 11 months. Malico Fox, thank you for the 17 months. If you're still there, I know you're off to the casino. Best of luck. Reg, thank you for the 99 months. And Joseph Corwin, thank you for the 100. The 100 Mega Shock. Thank you for that, Joseph. And Joe P. Real, thank you for the 20 months. And Gear Spike, thank you for the 59 months. And Dashno Chris, gifting out a sub to MoneyMatt1988. Hey, thank you for that. Hey, thank you very much. Man. Yeah, the stream category says just chatting. I figured I'd be talking for a while. Full disclosure, I am very tired. Like, it's been it's been quite the week. And I feel like I really have not gotten that much sleep. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm playing games tonight. Maybe. I guess I have something in mind, but I wanted to at least go over everything that happened over the last week, because it was
Ryoko loses.
It was quite a time. Iron Sheik 84, thank you for the 102. And don't forget, with Amazon Prime, you have a channel subscription which can be used on any monetized channel at no cost. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified when BBH goes live. You know, make me do that today. I was just kidding. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. My original plan was I was going to maybe just play something low energy while I talk, but even then, like, I'm just I'm at 0 energy. I got no energy at the moment to be multitasking that well, so I think I have to just do this. But I don't know, should be fun. Also, I was gonna try to set up a new chatting overlay for this. I didn't finish it. Let's have to make do. I could put up a replay, but I'd have to pause it because there are some pictures I want to show and stuff. That's the thing. I never really take as many pictures as I should when I go on a vacation like this. But then again, my phone camera is pretty shitty. A lot of the pics come out kind of not great. My phone is on its last legs. It's pretty much the first 25% of the battery basically doesn't exist now. I dropped it a while back, and the screen started to pop out, and I have it fucking taped on. It's so fucking, it's gonna fall apart. I gotta get a new phone. I can't just swap the battery on this. This thing is gonna, it's just gonna fucking collapse. I've had it for what, 4 years? Sounds about right. No, it wasn't a swollen battery. It happened way before that. Battery swelling doesn't happen until I don't think I've had it that long. No, there's actual I did drop it at one point and it didn't have any protection on it, and like the part of the thing was peeling off. I don't know. It's alright. But yeah, I'm very fucking tired. Like, it's been a... I mean, we had a lot of things to do. It's a very, we had to get up early to do a lot of things this week, and then, like, yesterday was, like, fucking... added up to, like, 13 hours of travel, because, like, we took the train from Wisconsin... We had to take the train from Wisconsin to get back to Chicago for a flight. There's a reason for that. I'll get into it. No, we took the bus. We took the train to get to Wisconsin, but we had like an hour and a half bus ride to get back to Chicago, and then we had a long layover for a 3-hour flight that went to Seattle, and then there was a layover there, and then the plane was delayed, and yeah, we didn't get home until like 1 a.m. I think it was around 1 a.m. And then we had to wake up at like 8:30 this morning to go get our baby Rika, who was in boarding. She was very happy to see us. Yeah, we should probably start from the beginning, huh? Ugh. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the stream. Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna like move me over here. Now Mambo's on TV. I think that's funnier. Okay. Put some Shock Troopers music on in the background. It's really loud. I mean, I'm gonna lower it a bit. It should be loud. Hopefully that's good. Oh, you wouldn't believe me. Think of the 47 months. Can I, like, unplug this? Hopefully that doesn't bleed into the microphone. Ah. It is. I'll just lower it some more. Need to be able to hear some stuff. Anyway. So yeah, Combo Breaker 2026. We hadn't been to Combo Breaker since 2023. Not that we didn't like the event, it's just traveling from the West Coast to anywhere in the Midwest or East Coast is always always a bit of an ordeal, always kind of pricey, and the price on everything is going up nowadays. It sucks. But we had a good reason to do it this time because we had a hookup. Basically, I don't know if I should talk about all this, but you know Josh the Funk Doc, right? He was visiting his parents who were in the Portland area over Christmas, and Funk Doc's mom is like a kind of a big shot in the nursing world, and she travels a lot, has to do seminars and stuff, and she has all these built up miles on Delta, and so we're able to work a thing out where we're able to use like a companion pass to get one flight and let the other person fly free, and then she also had a lot of we could stay at like certain Hilton suites for like a few days, so that brought the cost down a lot. So, and obviously Heidi wanted to go to Combo Breaker to play Virtua Fighter. As for me, you know, I'm not really as what's the word I'm looking for? As active in fighting games as I used to be, right? I don't really play any of the new fighting games. I don't keep up with what's going on for the most part with with Street Fighter or Tekken or anything like that anymore. I don't really show up at locals that much. I'm not really, I don't know. It feels like there's only like very few fighting games I care about that I want to play. But you know, it's always good to get out to get out to Chicago for, I guess technically not Chicago. The Combo Breaker's in Schaumburg. I'm at the Schaum. And when we went in 2023, I mean the impression I got from the event, of course, was this is originally like how I felt like the first time I went to Evo. Like it was just really exciting. There were so many there was just so much stuff going on, and it didn't feel overly commercialized. Didn't have the stench of companies just buying their way into everything. It was just a lot of people playing stuff for the love of the game. Like you could just walk around and see so many tournaments happening for like so many games, and it's just really good vibes. I enjoyed the vibes when I was there, and so I've been wanting to get back out there. And it sounds like the last two in like 2024 and 2025 were bangers. It sounded like a lot of cool stuff happened, but hadn't made it out there. But we decided this year we're going. And so also the plan was, of course, the Chicago area is also home to Brookfield, Illinois, which is the home of Galloping Ghost Arcade. Obviously, we're making it out to Galloping Ghost at least one day. And the other thing we were going to do in this trip is that Heidi has a friend in Wisconsin that she wanted to visit, and she hadn't seen her in many years, maybe even decades. So our plan was, leave on Wednesday, arrive late Wednesday, go to Galloping Ghost on Thursday, Combo Breaker starts Friday, runs through Sunday. Then on Monday we take Amtrak over to Milwaukee for a couple days. Technically, we were outside Milwaukee. We were in, I don't remember the name of all those cities have weird names. There's actually I think we stayed in a Brookfield in Wisconsin, which is pretty funny. You can't escape Brookfield. So we'd go there on Monday and spend Monday and Tuesday there, and then on Wednesday make the trek back. And that was the plan. So what ended up happening... Hold on, I forgot to do something. Let me center that. There we go. The Bong Recreation Area? I wish I knew where that was. We didn't even get to see the Bronze Fawns. We didn't get to see the Bronze Fawns in Milwaukee. Okay. I should have taken notes before I started this, because I'm gonna forget some things. Okay. So Wednesday, we were supposed to leave at like 1 p.m. or something, and get there at 10 or 11. We wake up, we finish whatever last minute stuff we have to do. About to get a ride to the airport. Then Heidi looks at her phone and notices our original flight got canceled. I think we had a layover in Salt Lake City, and I think they canceled that flight. And so without telling us, they automatically moved us to a flight that was supposed to take off at 10 p.m. in Oregon and not get to Chicago until 8 a.m. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. So in a panic, we tried to we got in touch with Funk Doc's mom had her straighten some things out, and we got on a flight that had a layover in Seattle. So we left at like 3, and then took off from there. And I think we got to Chicago like past midnight. So originally we were supposed to have a ride to pick us up and take us to our hotel, but he couldn't make it. So we had to take an overpriced. We actually took a taxi. We didn't take an Uber because we were so. Heidi was so tired. She didn't want to walk to the other terminal to get to where the Ubers were. Just said fuck it. We weren't even staying at the venue. We were staying at the DoubleTree, which is like a little bit. It was like a couple miles away, but free hotel. So that was that. Wednesday was an ordeal, but we got through it. And so, of course, Thursday, that is our designated trip to Galloping Ghost. Yeah, some of the Korean guys were there. We saw Kokoma like eating breakfast before we left, and somebody else. I didn't catch who it was, but we saw Kokoma there. There were some other people staying there that I guess also didn't get to get a room at the venue quickly enough. I mean, that place sells out quick. So Thursday was our designated Galloping Ghost Day because, I mean, you gotta have somebody that can drive to get there, because Brookfield it's like a half hour away from where Schaumburg is. It's a bit of a drive. You gotta go, and it's on the highway and stuff. And so I gotta give a huge shout out to Brian Clark. I think he's streaming right now. I don't know if I should give him a shout out because he's streaming right now. He's gonna get really confused by that. I'll just I'll link his stuff here because he spent a lot of time hauling our asses around. So be sure to follow him if you aren't already, because he's local to the area. He didn't have to drive very far, and he actually no, Doc didn't send a limo. Doc did hook me up with something. I'll get to that in a second. What was I gonna say? So yeah, Brian Clark. He was always driving us to and from the venue. Took us to the Amtrak station on Monday. Huge shout outs to him. We appreciate it so much. So he picked us up on Thursday. We went to get. When you're in Chicago, you got to eat deep dish pizza. So we went to Lou Malnati's to have some pizza, and then we went to Galloping Ghost. Do I have my? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, apparently there's like a Lou Malnati's in Wisconsin too. I don't know how much. How spread out it is. We did eat there like 3 years ago, so. But yes, we made it to Galloping Ghost around like 2 o'clock or something. Now, obviously, if I'm going to Galloping Ghost, I'm there on business. I had a lot of house highs I needed to beat. A lot of long-standing scores. I've been plotting it for a while. I was making a list, checking it twice, seeing who's naughty and nice. Because there's 1,000 and there were 1,091 games. I guess it's 1,092 now. And I'm scoping things out. I gotta see what I can do. Obviously, we went there in 2023, so I knew what to expect. Even then, when you get in there, it's not a giant warehouse. It's very packed. It is just a... It is a big, long strip mall section, but... if you've not... yeah, like, I didn't take many pictures inside. Like, you can find walkthrough videos on YouTube if you want to see what the place is like. But... Even though I know what's going to be there, what the place is going to be like it's still so hard to find your ways around sometimes. Like, there's just so many games in there, and like you see something and then you think, oh wait, I wanted to play that. Where is it? And then you look around for like you just wander around trying to find it. There's just so many games in there. And so, you know, we went last year, or not last year, 2023. We went in 2023. I specifically told Doc Mack I was going because, you know, I wanted to meet him. I want to talk to him. I know he wanted to talk to me. And then he no-showed us. He was I get it. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot of eggs in the basket. Or whatever. They have some kind of directory? No, but if Tommy Waffles is working there, he can pretty much tell you where any game is. I did see Waffles there briefly. But I guess Thursday they were also not at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, but like at the production office. They were running like an MK9 pre-combo breaker tournament. Because they're big on Mortal Kombat 9, so they were kind of busy with that. But yeah, I made sure to tell them we're gonna be there on Thursday. We're probably getting there in the afternoon. You better be there, or else. I didn't say that. And so, sure enough. Who knows? Who knows? I had to ask him for a... that was like the one thing. If Doc Mack is there, I have to get a picture with him doing the who knows pose, because GG Arcade who knows is like one of my favorite emotes on Twitch. So, so I did get to have I did get to talk to him for a while. Did get to pick his brain a little. Obviously, he wouldn't give me much information on what's hiding in the vaults. He's not gonna spill the beans about Beezer or anything else. I didn't take that picture. Heidi took that picture and came out a lot better. Yeah, I did bring up Uncle Pooh. He didn't really have much to say about that. I don't think they have a... I'd be shocked if they have an Uncle Pooh. But this ain't no fish market. They don't have to prove it to you. They don't have to prove it to me. But yeah, I got to meet a few folks there on Thursday. Tracy Gleave was there from the UK. She had just gotten in. She asked me if I wanted to like record anything for her YouTube channel, because she just wanted more videos on there. So I ended up doing my Silkworm stream on her camera. So there's a cut out the time code on it. There we go. So there's my Silkworm score. That was a pretty good run up until the last stage, which kind of choked. I did not get to play the R360. Brian would have gotten us in to get Doc to get us in to play the R360, but apparently the monitor was broken, so we didn't get to play it. I would have liked to have played it. I haven't gotten to play it since we went to Disneyland in like 1991, 1992. I wanted to play it. Yeah, Tracy was talking about Arcade Club a lot. She's apparently there, like, in Illinois for, like, the next 2 weeks. That's That's a lot of Galloping Ghost. That was the other thing I forgot. Where'd it go? Doc did give me he gave me a goodie bag before. Actually, I guess he left and he gave it to somebody else at the guy who was working there. I forget his name. I have a hat. I got a Galloping Ghost hat and a lanyard and a mug and oh no, the stickers got bent. Got like a decal. Ah, the stickers got bent in transit. Oh no. I think there's the ghost coin. And a t-shirt, but I wore the t-shirt on Tuesday and now it's oh yeah, there's a keychain here too. I wore the t-shirt on Tuesday, so it's kind of I didn't want to wear it in the stream, but so thank you Doc for the hookup. I haven't worn a hat in a while. I used to do that all the time. He did not have a monocle on him when he was when I was talking to him, because I made that. I wanted to make that joke about Arbalester, but he did not have a monocle in his pocket this time. Unfortunately, would have been funny. But yeah, met him, met Tracy Gleave, met Andrew Owasco. He's one of the big high score players. He was he had heard of me. He said he'd just seen my Hellfire video, so I talked to him for a bit. Cool guy. He was he put up like a really good Pioneer balloon scoop. A really good Pioneer balloon score like yesterday or the other day. He's been grinding that. He asked me to beat the scores of a certain guy with the initials SL. So I tried to I'd do that for him. I also met Jimbo Slice. He's quite the character. I always got the impression he didn't like me that much from our interactions in Galloping Ghost stream, but we got along okay. Oh yeah, and of course Murphigator was there. We would have another adventure later, but that was Murphigator had gone there on his own. The last time I'd seen Murphigator was at the Twitch Arcade Superplay Expo back in 2016. That was 10 years ago. And I hadn't seen him again since then. He looked a bit different. I didn't recognize him at first. I mean, when he said BBH, I recognized the voice. He's got a beard now. No, I just said the R360 monitor was broken. We would have played it. I definitely would have. I never went into the back room at all. Now that I think about it, that's where they're keeping Shooting Master, and I think Thunderblade is back there right now. I don't know if Thunderblade was on the floor. No, me and Murph did not get a picture together. I don't know if he wants that out there. This won't be my last Murphigator story. Don't worry. I saw plenty of him over the weekend. So I'm trying to think of like what else. Obviously, when I was there, I had to start going for scores. Speaking of scores, but like right away, man, I gotta be as diplomatic as possible on this, right? I had a lot of scores to go for. But the conditions of some of the cabinets I wanted to play not really in the best of shape. Like one of the first things I wanted to play was Crime City. There was already like a 1cc score on it, but I could beat that. So I go over to Crime City, press the fire button. Half the time it's not registering. I try the 2-player side, it won't roll diagonally. And I'm like, ah, god damn it. Galloping Ghost is pretty much the only place you're gonna find a Destroyer from Jail cabinet. The monitor on the Destroyer from Jail cabinet, like you couldn't see like the 10% of the right side of the screen, which is where all the enemies come out from. So enemies kept shooting me, and I couldn't really do much about it. At least I had it set to 3 lives now instead of 1 life, because I knew I could put up a Monster Destroyer from Jail score, but under those conditions, Of course, I also made a beeline for Space Harrier. I'd asked Waffles to like take a look at the stick for that to make sure that was working. It was still not great. It would still like get stuck like trying to go to the right. Night Striker kind of had it wasn't the same problem as last time, but man, that Night Striker cabinet is cursed. Like if you made like a sudden left movement on the stick, the ship would just careen to the right. Ninja Warriors also had problems with like buttons not really sticking, but like just stopping to register. Like you'd be blocking and then the block would release, and then on the other side you couldn't crawl. It was just a lot of problems. And then of course the most of the cabinets in the Neo Geo row, those monitors need some TLC. They, man. They, a lot of them are not looking good. I can't sugarcoat it. But, yeah, I know, it is, when you've got, like, that many games, it's a challenge keeping everything running at 100%. Speaking of challenges, like I did, we have some photos here. The Strikers 1940, they had Strikers 1945 2 and 3 in the same cabinet. The Strikers 1945 3 was alright. I mean, the monitor was fine. It did kind of like vibrate a little when fighting bosses. It flashed. It was kind of fucking with my eyes a little bit. But I did put up the 1 loop on the first try. Not really that great a score, but yeah, I got a 1 loop clear. Yeah, there's my Blazing Star score. Yeah, you can see like the left edge of the screen was like cut off. It doesn't say the highest score. It says he highest score. I'm amazed that score like made it all the way to the last boss. The conditions I was playing under. Yeah, layer name. Because like the colors were kind of bleeding a bit. You couldn't see the left edge of the screen. No sound. Headphone slot didn't work. Tough. I did get a 1 loop clear in Cannon Spike. That cabinet was working. All right. Monitor wasn't quite 100%, but it was fine. You know, having to adjust to the button layout on Cannon Spike is tough, but I got through it. And of course I had to, because I didn't do it last time. Oh wait, no, that's Zombie Revenge. When did I play? Okay. That was a really nice Zombie Revenge score. Of course, Zombie Revenge does not save your initials. It just saves the it saves the score. I was messing around with like trying to learn score strats for that on the Sunday stream before I left, and I ended up having a really good run. I think that made it to it actually made it to South Union Railway, South Terminal Cassandra, but I died in that big room. That game is really dumb to play for score, but I kind of want to like do a score run of it. Do I have the? Oh yeah, there's the Silkworm score. Did I not take the... Maybe that was later. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the... Yeah, I didn't play Shock Troopers last time I was there because they didn't have a card up on top of it. Because usually there's a card for every game's like world record and high scores. But with the multi-slot, the 6-slot Neo Geo cabinets, they just never... Most of them had like all 6, but Shock Troopers didn't have a score up on it, even though there was a score in Arcade.com. I think it was like 17 million by Zurst. Obviously, I had to beat that. I should have done that 3 years ago, but better late than never. The 17 million got erased, I guess. And Shock Troopers was in the same cabinet as Blazing Star, and the problem it ended up having, the left edge of the screen was cut off still. It was so cut off, you couldn't see your life bar. Because it draws the life bar like vertically on the left edge of the screen. So I played the entire game like not knowing how much health any of my characters had. Like I just had to like keep track manually. Okay, Milky took a hit. That's like 33%. I picked up a health pack. I picked up one of the health packs for 8 points. That's like 10% life. Like I had to keep track in my head. That was a new challenge to to keep track of. I feel like there was like something else I didn't take a picture of. I'm looking on Arcade. There were a couple of games I forgot to take pictures of. Oh yeah, A-Train. I forgot A-Train. I met A-Train on Thursday also. It was good to meet him. He was trying to get me to play Gunsmoke, but I never did. It was good talking with him. I did try to play Time Soldiers, but I ran into a problem with Time Soldiers, which not a problem with the cabinet itself, but it got me wondering about something, and I didn't get the chance to get a video of it, unfortunately. So the Time Soldiers cabinet was working fine. The joystick and the buttons, they were A-okay. You could see everything on the monitor. It was fine. So I started playing a game of it. I get to one of the bosses. I think like the first big boss, like it is like kind of randomizes which one it is. It ended up being the one in the World Wars, like a big tank, and usually those are pretty easy. When I was fighting it, these helicopters like flew onto the screen like really fast and just killed me. Like it was like Huppy Up enemies. That never happens in MAME. So I was very confused. Like you can just sit there pretty much forever in MAME, and like these Huppy Up enemies don't show up. So that's gotten me wondering, like, there are like other games on Alpha Denshi hardware around that time, like Splendor Blast and Sky Soldiers that are listed as like not having entirely correct emulation. Like there's some protection that's like not fully emulated, so it's kind of broken. I don't think it's a dip switch. Like I should look into it. I haven't yet because I've only been back not that long. I doubt it was a dip switch. It should have been on like normal difficulty, and I'm pretty sure MAME was on normal difficulty. So I need to look into that some more because I know for a fact like Sky Soldiers in MAME is not 100% right. That's a vertical shmup. When you get to a boss in Sky Soldiers, bosses are supposed to time out if you take too long. Like they just leave. They just leave off the top edge of the screen. They never time out in MAME, and so like some people just get to the blimp boss, and the blimp keeps releasing these like bombs that you can destroy, and you can keep getting points from them. It's basically an infinite milk. That's not possible on the arcade board. So this might just be like an undocumented issue for Time Soldiers. So because of that, it kind of spooked me a bit, and that was like one of my big goals for the trip. I wanted to get a 1cc on Time Soldiers. I never did. So I was a little disappointed with that. Because how do I practice for that? I didn't know that shit was gonna happen. I'm trying to remember like what else I played there, what else I wanted to play. There's a lot of things that happen in Galloping Ghost, and there are so many games there. It's definitely worth making the trip, but did I play Chinese Exorcist? Fuck no. I didn't even play Beavis and Butthead. I played that 3 years ago, and we didn't even play all the way through it. It was running. I've heard the Beavis and Butthead cabinet often breaks, but it was up and running. I played Us versus Them, but I couldn't hear the cabinet very well. What else did I play? Oh yeah, that's what I did. Yes. Guardians of the Hood. I did waste some time on Guardians of the Hood because that was bugging the shit out of me. Does the Boris Tech work on Guardians of the Hood? I'm pleased to say the answer is a resounding yes. It does work. It glitches out exactly like it does in MAME. Boom! Everybody disappears. I was so pleased. I didn't get a video of it, but because it was too hard to like hold my phone up and try to. You got to hit like so many inputs because you have to do the throw, you have to go over, you have to hold defend and hit right kick, throw them over, roll, pick them up off the ground. I can't do that all one-handed. I'd have to get somebody else to film it. And everybody else is running around doing things. But yes, it does work. No, I did not put up a score in Guardians of the Hood. I kind of just played it up to that point just to try. I did try to play a Destroyer from jail, but the right edge of the monitor was cut off, so enemies would just keep firing at me without me knowing where they are, and I couldn't get out of the way of their shots. So I had to abandon any attempt at putting up a score on that day. And I guess usually I could maybe bug Tommy Waffles to look at some stuff and see if he can fix that. They fixed it later, yeah. But on Thursday it was busted. Oh yeah, I met Pete Hahn, the legend. He stopped by. He stopped by briefly. Thank you for the 45 months, Pete. It was good to meet you. The legend. Pete's got so many scores up there. I'll get to that. I went back on Sunday. We'll get to that. I'm trying to go. In order here. So I did at least get to put up some scores, and the plan was Silent Hill the arcade was not working. No, I don't think it was even on the floor. The shmup room was like kind of had some stuff crammed in there. Starblade wasn't working. Solvaloo wasn't working. Star Rider wasn't working. I'd been thinking about like putting up a score in Virtua Cop 1, but that wasn't working. I'm sure Beavis and Butthead has gotten dumped, but it hasn't been shared publicly. Supposedly, like Viacom was threatening litigation if somebody like dumped that, shared the dump. I don't know if that's true, but everybody's keeping it secret. So the other thing we were like working out was if I had like nothing going on Sunday, I would try to make it back out. If I had like no brackets I was in, because I talked to Murphigator and he was already planning to blow off like Sunday. Half-Life 2 Survivor wasn't on the floor either. Guess what, Margot? I beat his ass! Actually, I didn't beat his ass. It was 2-1. Let me get to that. I'm getting to... Wait, no, that was... Yeah, that was Friday. I'm getting to Friday. So, anyway. Yeah. I haven't started the actual Combo Breaker recap. I've been talking about Galloping Ghost for so long. Also, thanks again, Margot, for the you and Atomic Collider for the help in getting me and Heidi into the bracket. it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, if I didn't have anything going on Sunday, I would try to make it back out to the Ghost. So Friday, that's when Combo Breaker starts. We hadn't gotten our badges yet. We got there around like 10:30. Badge line wasn't that long. First thing I did was go up to the arcade to see what was there. Interesting selection of games. They had the usual fighting game stuff. They had KOF 11, which I never got to. I played it a little bit, but it felt like anytime I walked by it, I didn't see like people that really knew what they were doing. I really wanted to get some good games in on that. So I eventually just kind of bodied some people that didn't really know what they were doing. I thank them for letting me for indulging me for a bit. But yeah, they had a lot of fighting games there. Of course, they had some shmups. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to see you, Alex Alchemy. I know you were running like Waku Waku 7. You should have come up and said hi. It would have been fine. It would have been fine. It's all good. Yeah, there were a lot of besides the usual fighting games in the arcade, there were some shmups. There was they brought back the Dodonpachi Daiojo Black Label that was there a few years ago. And the Raiden Fighters 2 that apparently I still had a score on. I thought that was kind of funny. Didn't bring the G Darius though. There was an Exocab with Dodonpachi Sai Daiojo and Toho Perfect Sakura Fantastica and something else. Akata Blue Type R. And there was an Exocab with Breaker's Revenge in it. I played some guy using Saizo in Breaker's Revenge for a bit. Man, giving Saizo a short hop. That's he's a terrorist now. They had some rhythm games there. They had U-Beat, Poppin' Music, Waka, DDR Extreme, Step Maniacs. I played like one set of Step Maniacs. It was only 2 songs, so I figured my legs could take it. Still felt like I shouldn't have done it though. I'll get into that later. So Friday was the day I had I had 3 brackets. I didn't enter that many things at Combo Breaker, but of course I had entered the mystery game tournament. Also entered the mystery game 2v2 tournament with Devil Ray. And the other games I entered were Third Strike and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, but Super Turbo wasn't until Saturday, but Third Strike was was on Friday. So like the first thing the first bracket I had was mystery game tournament at noon. And like first thing I see, oh sweet, we're playing Samurai Showdown. Oh wait, it's on the 3DO. Well, at least I knew what to do in Samurai Showdown. Yeah, they actually brought out they're running everything on like actual hardware. They're bringing out like everything for this. I remember like 3 years ago they were running everything off laptops, but now they're just going the extra mile. Samurai Showdown 1. I don't think 2 came out on 3DO. How was it? Very laggy. Very slow. Nonetheless, I was able to breeze through my first round. Just, I know how to play Charlotte. Just poke. Poke, poke, poke. And yeah, on a 3DO pad, there's only 3 buttons, and they're mapped to like light, medium, heavy slash. You have to hold the R trigger to use kicks. Don't really need those that badly in Samurai Showdown, so... Yeah, you can manage. Second game I played was... it was something on Switch. It was called, like, Last Fight or something. It was like Power Stone, but we were playing this mode called, like, Pinball Mode, where, like, you had to attack balls that would, like, bounce off the walls, and you try to, like, make them run into the enemy. They'd be color-coded with your color. I don't know. It was alright, I guess. I think I ended up barely winning that. It was like, I think it was a 3 out of 5. I think I won it 3-2. I think it was 3 out of 5. I can't remember now. Last fight, one word? Okay. And then, man. Third round. The third round of my mystery pool. I think I stepped out for a second because I needed to use the restroom. I come back and I see a mister sitting there. And then I'm like, oh no. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Disregard the fact that this picture came out blurry and it's mostly the back of Jackie Sparkle's head. Push to reject superstar Agress Missile Dyson Ryako. Yeah. Look, at least I had the advantage of playing it like fairly recently. So I knew what it was, I knew how to play it. And I forget the guy I was playing, but he was kind of a character. It wasn't this match, obviously. It was 3 out of 5. I won the first game, and then he won the second. I think we went back and forth, and like he started to catch on like pretty quickly. And it was 2-2. I ended up winning, thank God. I managed to win the slide puzzle game. Thank fucking Christ. After that, I don't think I really took any pictures, but I made it to winners finals of the pool, and I had to play Jackie Sparkles, who's been a long time sub on this channel. I did meet him like 3 years ago. The last time I was at Combo Breaker, so it was good to see him again. We had to play... Oh my god, I still haven't fucking looked up the name of that game. What the fuck is the name of that game? Burning... Find the name of it. Burning Fists! Force Striker. Burning Fists Force Striker. On the Sega CD. Apparently Jackie had played this at some point. I never have. I knew of it. I never tried it, though. It was an unreleased fighting game for the Sega CD. Like, it was a prototype. It wasn't until the end of Game 1 that I realized there was a block button. Which was really fucked up, because Jackie picked this character that kept doing, like, like this jumping knee attack. And I'm like, oh, I guess it's I couldn't block that. I guess it's an overhead. I better block high. And I still got hit by it. And there's, like, fucked up, like you can throw people off the ground. And, like, one of the games, like, Jackie threw me off the ground, like, 2 or 3 times, and then my character just got stuck there. Like, she was just stuck and couldn't move. And I got grab looped to death, and he was laughing his ass off, and I was salty as fuck. So, I ended up losing 3-0. I deeply regret never putting in the time on Burning Fists Force Striker. I don't think it has a retro achievement set, so... I couldn't really work out, like, what I was supposed to be doing in that game, other than throw loop. It's like TMNT Tournament Fighters on the Genesis. So I got sent to... I guess I was in... Was it Losers Finals? I can't remember if I played another game, but I had to play... I had to play the guy I beat in Agress. He got to Losers Finals of the pool. And I had to play him in Blade Strangers. Which I'd never actually played. I've seen Blade Strangers. It he was talking a lot of shit. Like, he was like, yeah, it's my boy Shovel Knight. And I think he won the first game. And then he won the first round. And I brought it back, like, all the way. Who was I using? It was some girl with a sword. I think her name was Helen. I kind of figured some stuff out. Apparently he didn't really have that much experience with it either. I think he was just talking shit. But I did make it out. So I did make it out of my pool in losers. So that was cool. Then I had to go run to my third strike pool, which my third strike pool is very funny because if both me and Murphigator had won our first matches, we would have played each other, and that match ended up going on stream. Problem was I lost my first match. Some guy named Po22222 or something. He played Akuma. Turns out that guy ended up getting 4th in the tournament. So I got walloped, and I think he ended up beating Murphigator on stream. Well, if you rigged it, you should have given me an easier an easier first round. I didn't know about the guy either. I don't really keep up with third strike that much. And then my second match, I had to play a Q player, and I lost. I lost to a Q. So I went 0-2.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank
I went 0-2 in third strike. Hey, Neil Antoine, thank you for the host. How's it going? I don't know how far that guy got. I think he might have gotten to, like, losers finals of the pool. Or something. So I was, not gonna lie, I was a little surprised. Because I used to play third strike like a fair amount, you know? And then I went 0-2. I think my days with third strike are over.
fine. Thank you.
Oh man, dot level! Thank you for the host.
Ray wins.
And thank you for the 54 months. Can I give another shout out? You have to wait 1 minute 27 seconds for giving another shout out. Alright. He was a 6th seed in the tournament. Well, why was I playing him first round? Yeah, Murphigator beat a guy named His Son. Like, that was just the kid's name and bracket, His Son, or something. Yeah, anti-BBH collusion. Making me look bad. I don't know. It is what it is. I just kind of entered third strike because I wanted to Oh, the baby's 212. Okay.
Wow wins.
Sepasai, hey, thank you for the 2 whole years. Thank you for the 24 months. Yeah, Poe, like, specifically, wait, his son was a Necro player. I didn't lose to a Necro player. I lost to a Q player. Poe said he saw me on a, there was a big third strike tournament that happened in Portland, like, the weekend before. Had like a $1,500 pool bracket, or pot. My brain is already gone. Had like a $1,500 pot. And he said he saw me on stream. So that was cool. Yeah, too bad I'm a fraud at third strike now. So I ended up getting eliminated from my my third strike pool really early, so I went back to the arcade. And it's funny that Dot hosted me, because I mentioned this on her Discord, but there was a I remember 3 years ago, I forgot to find the picture. There was I was going back and forth with this guy with the initials Duke, D-U-K, on the Diojo Black Label cab. Dodonpachi Daiojo Black Label. And I guess he was there again too, so I ended up putting that score up. I'm not even like really, I don't even really like Daiojo that much. I've never actually like put in the time to learn to actually like clear a loop of that. But I got like pretty far into stage 5. I killed like 3 of the bosses. I think I was like pretty close to I think I was like fairly close to the last boss. So it kind of makes me think I need to put a little more time into this. I might be able to like get the 1 loop clear on this. Obviously, I haven't touched it since then, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. And then I also ran into Steven Lucas. I guess Steven Lucas and Tracy Gleave were at Combo Breaker too, not as competitors, but as spectators. And like Steven Lucas already putting me on the spot. You gotta stop banning me from your stream, BBH. I didn't ban you. I timed you out for backseating. Jeez. I could keep saying things. I probably shouldn't. But I was surprised they were there. Like they don't really. I know Steven doesn't play fighting games, or at least not all that well. So yeah, backseat me during pulls. So I just kind of killed time in the arcade until 4 o'clock, which was round 2 of Mystery Game. And as Curly W said, my first match in round 2 was against Jabali. Good old Jabali. And the game was Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, the original Super Mario Kart. It wasn't battle. It was just a 1v1 race. Although we had to do it on best of 3 races, and they'd already decided the races beforehand. We couldn't pick. It was like Bowser's Castle 1, Mario Circuit 3, and like Choco Plains 2 or something. I always forget how fucked up the drifting is in the original Mario Kart, and I've never played that on stream, by the way. I got bodied the first game, and then second game I had a pretty good lead and ended up winning, and then third game they gave me the mushroom during Choco Plane, so I just fucking tore through that mud, sent him packing, and that was like one of my favorite things to tell people over the course of Combo Breaker. Yeah, I eliminated Jabali from the mystery tournament. Hey, good job! Did I use Toad? I think I used Toad. Jabali used Koopa Troopa. Oh, he was salty as fuck. He was complaining about the monitor. I had to like fucking. The monitor was kind of bad. I reached into my bag after the first match and put on my glasses because I needed to fucking see it. He was saying like we're 2 of the oldest people in the building, and we can't see shit. But yeah. So if nothing else, I was able to send Jabali home, and that felt doubly good because 3 years ago he kept me out of top 16 in Super Turbo. I was salty about that one, let me tell you. So that was revenge 3 years in the making. Yes, I lost to his boxer 3 years ago in Super Turbo. It sucked. Anyway, what did I play after that? I had to play. It was also on the Super Nintendo. I had to play Advanced Variable Geo on the Super Nintendo, which I didn't really know that well, but I picked the main girl and kick into her hurricane kick seemed good. It wasn't a hurricane kick. It was like a rushing elbow into a kick. I could do fireballs and uppercuts. I think I won that 2-0. Next game after that was It was a wrestling game on PC called like, what was it called? Like Retroware Wrestling or something. It has like some caricatures of like certain wrestlers, but then some of them were licensed or something. Retromania Wrestling, thank you. And this dude was like really into it. Like he was talking a lot of shit. Like he was like trying to adopt a heel persona while we were playing, and I was getting a little mad, but I think that was his plan to get inside my head. I was amazed at how well he was mashing on pad, because like when you grapple, like I think you have to like you gotta mash and like you start punching each other in the face like WWF WrestleFest, and then you win the that was Floats. I don't really know who that is, but yeah, he was talking a lot of shit, and I had to get in a grapple and then like take my hand off the D-pad and mash with two hands to win the thing. Oh yeah, he did pick Colt Cabana. I remember that. And Alice Opiate, thank you for the 65 months. So I think he won the first game. I won the second. And then the third game, I don't remember if I did it or he did it, but he got launched outside the ring, and he couldn't figure out how to get back in. I did not follow him outside the ring. I thought there might be like a slim chance he doesn't know. He's not going to find the button to get back inside the ring, and that's what happened. He got the 10 count, and he ended up losing for that. I felt a little bad about it, but after all the shit he was talking, that felt kind of cathartic. So I'll take that. I wish that had been recorded, because it was losers, and all that was happening off stream. Until the next match. Until the next match. At least I think it was after. I think it was after that. They were out of winners bracket matches, so they were playing like the rest of losers bracket.
I'm fine, thank you.
On stream. More salty. Thank you for the host. I had to play against Climax, Pittsburgh player who. Really cool dude. He always looks like he's having the time of his life. He's always laughing his ass off no matter what he's playing. I remember we were running like Admiral Jackie mirrors in the lobby in 2023. So I'd played stuff with him before. He's a good guy. We had to play Multiverses. Dead ass Multiverses. And they had it on like a PS4 where the it was like before they patched it and like ruined the game. That's what everybody told me. Like when it said like Multiverses will return in early 2024. Like when they patched it, they brought it back and made it like really fucking slow. Yeah, there you go. You can watch that link. I'm not fucking showing that shit on stream. Yeah, it was like the first version of it or something. Or second version? I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't play platform flighters. Flighters? I don't play platform flighters. I never know what to do in those games. I don't play Smash. I don't play Rivals of Aether. I never played Multiverses when it came out. Apparently Climax played it a little bit. I somehow won the first game. I picked Batman. There was like something happened. Like the home screen came up or something, and when it went back, his last life died. No, I did not play PlayStation All-Stars. I didn't play any of those. I somehow won the first game, and then he picked Shaggy, and I got my shit pushed in. We'll just leave it at that. You can watch the video if you want to see the massacre. That was not a great way to go out. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad salty after that. Should I have just mirror matched him Shaggy when I lost the game? Man. I didn't know any of that shit. Fuck. So I went out at like 17th place. Not bad. I got 9th in 2023, so it was a step down, but you know. I guess I got out of pools. I got a backpack. I got one Chipotle card at least. That's something. The fuck did I throw it? Anyway. Yeah, 17th out of 512. That's not bad. Wish I'd made top 8 though. Then we had Mystery 2v2 like immediately after. I was basically in brackets like non-stop from noon, which was kind of weird. So me and Devil Ray, we teamed up. Last time we went 0-2. It was our mission to do better than 0-2. We won our first game in Shovel Knight Showdown, which I guess is another... I guess you could consider that a platform fighter. I'd never played it. But we kind of figured some stuff out on the fly. Can't remember who Heidi picked. I think I picked Spectre Knight. But we ended up winning that one pretty handily. Second game... What was the second game? I know we lost it. Oh, it was fucking... Oh my god, it was that fucking puzzle game. It was, what was it called? Aloof? Aloof. It was a fucking Tecky-Pocky-like. Where, like, pieces fell, and you had to make, like, 5... You had to match 5 blocks, but there was, like, something else going on where there were, like, specific patterns you had to go for.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Steven Lucas, thank you for the host. There were like specific patterns you have to do to like attack or defend. And I remember we won the first game. And then after that, like they kind of caught on to what was supposed to be going on. It was just a really it was just like they would show you these patterns you have to make, and like everybody's like rushing to be the first one to make those, and those sends like attacks over to the other side, or it defends on your side. But it was like very unclear like what the exact win condition was. Like you would just be playing, and then that team won, and I didn't get it. I was trying to make like whatever patterns they were trying to tell me to do, but we ended up getting sent to losers. Third game was... It was Porcupine something. Porcuporn? It was a, Now this one I actually kind of liked. It was like a top-down shooter. Where you're like a porcupine, and you can only fire one shot at a time. You fire your spine out of your head, and it bounces off the walls, and you're supposed to like hit the opponents, and then pick up the skulls that dropped for points. But you have to be careful because it does bounce off walls, and it can kill you or your teammate. What the fuck was the name of that game? If I just go on Steam while I find it. It was Porky something. I kind of liked it. I thought it was alright. Porcuball? No. It's not Porcuball. Porcunipine? Yeah, that's it. Porcunipine. Damn, 2015. Yeah, that game was kind of legit. And after that, we had to play, what's it called? Gigabash? It was like a big monster-themed fighting game. With not Godzilla and not other big monsters. I wasn't really feeling it. It felt like everything you do in that game is so slow. Didn't really know what was going on. We ended up losing. So that was the end of that. Another game I hadn't played any of the games in that 2v2. Is it an official crossover? It might be. But yeah, we got eliminated, didn't get out of pools. But yeah, we had fun. And I think that was pretty much the end of Friday. I think we went to Portillo's, got some food. What's up, Atomic Collider? Thank you and Margo for getting us into the mystery brackets. But Multiversus, man, really? Whatever. How could he do that to me? And it had to be on stream? At least I won a game. Look, I was mad about Agress also, but at least I won that one. I gave that game one bongo, and I hate the fuck out of it, but at least I knew what it was. At least I'd actually played it before. I don't remember what else happened on Friday. I think, yeah, we went to Portillo's, we came back. I think I just went to the arcade. Played a lot of stuff. Saw like Apollo, Nerd Josh, and Min. Saw them standing outside. That's the other thing. I ran into obviously I saw a lot of people again, but there were a good number of people that came up to me over the course of the weekend and were like, "Hey, Lord BBH, I watch your streams or I watch your VODs." And that's always good to hear. I greatly appreciate everybody who came up to say hi. I didn't have any unpleasant experiences with anybody like that, so it's nice to know people are watching the streams, since I do more of that than fighting games these days. Okay, man, I've been talking for a while. Saturday was only okay. There were two things I was entered in Saturday, but the big game in Saturday was Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which was kind of weird because Super Turbo was a late addition to the all-in community brackets. Did I enter Neo Turf Masters? Fuck no, I'm not playing that all 3 days. Super Turbo was like a late edition, and they capped it at 32 people. I guess because it was such a late edition, they didn't really have much in the way of setups for it, I guess. So they wanted to make sure it could be run all the way. Oh yeah, I was the other thing I did on Saturday. I was told there was Mambo merch in the in the artist alley. So I was already wearing my my Mambo shirt, and the fucking glue containers. It's so fucked up, but I couldn't resist. It was too funny. It made me laugh out loud, so I had to get it. I think I also grabbed some other stickers too. The Agnes Digital one made me laugh, so I had to grab that. I gave Heidi a Narita Bryan sticker, but I think she lost it. I hope it's in one of those bags. Yeah, I picked up. I think I have 2. Yeah, I picked up a couple Mambo stickers, so it can go on my stick or it can go somewhere else. You put any Mambo merch in the artist alley, I'm gonna buy it. So, Super Turbo. Mambo jump scare. If only they had a... Oh, just you wait. So Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Like I said, there was not as many. There were like some big names I would have expected to be in that bracket, but they weren't. But I guess because it was capped at 32, so you know, my first round match didn't show up, so I got a bye, and that was that was cool. Second round, I had to play my buddy Moo Master, the wildest ray in Fighters History Dynamite. Was always good to see Moo Master. I think he got like top 8 in Dengunki Bunko Climax Fighters Ignition. I think I just fucked up the name. You know the game. He's been playing World Heroes Perfect a lot. I had to play Moo Master first round. Ended up winning 3-1. Second round, I had to play Corey Bell. He's pretty good. He plays a lot of stuff. Ended up beating him 3-1. And just like that, I got the top 8 winners. I think I got the... yeah, there's the bracket. Gotta take a picture of the bracket. Why not? And so I did... Vague Nocta, I think, for the 30 bits. So I made it to top 8 winners. I was happy about that. So top 8 was later. It was like 8 p.m. I think. So it gave me some time to do something. Hey, what's up, Zerp? Good to see you again. First round of winners, I had to play Baby Don't Cry, which I guess was Angel's new nickname. He's one of the probably the best ST player in Chicago. He's always I think he won Frosties this year. He's actually in Japan for a while, playing a lot of Super Turbo out there. And that was I mean the VOD's up on YouTube. I'm not gonna play it here. You can watch it on your own time. But so I had to play him in winter semis. Won the first game, won the second game. He mentioned that he pressed like his medium punch button, and it didn't register. So he wanted to like find a new stick. He plugs in a new stick, it still doesn't work. He plugs in another stick, it doesn't work, and I'm just sitting there waiting, like it's kind of killing my momentum. I'm like, fuck. And so that got delayed a bit. Finally finds a stick. Go back to playing. He wins the third game, so it's 2-1. He was up around. I was down half-life. I got knocked down. My finger, my hand, kind of swept over the buttons, and I guess it was frustration. I don't know. I found out I'd accidentally mapped the core credits button that the Mister has, which pauses the game to show all the patrons of the Mister. And everyone's like, oh! And there was immediate confusion as to what the fuck was going on. Min ran onto stage and asked what happened. It was 100% my fault. I don't think he had a core credits button. I owned up to it. I just said we're not replaying it. It was my fault. I had the button mapped. I hit it. he was already up Half-Life. Just give him the round, give him the game. You know, it's my own fault, and I don't know if I would have won that game. I mean, it is Super Turbo. It's a very volatile game. Comebacks can happen. But I don't know. I was probably going to lose that game. So, and game 5 ended up losing that. It came down to last round. I was way too aggressive in going for tick throws. He read it, did a super, killed me. He was a nice dude though. Angel's a good dude. He said he'd watched like some of my videos on YouTube. So we had a good conversation. He apologized later for all the stick malfunction stuff. I mean, no hard feelings. It's, you know, it is what it is. Shit happens. Yeah. And then next round in losers, I had to play Zagrand, who had another person I never actually played. He plays a shitload of characters. He counterpicked my dictator with E Honda. I kind of got routed. I got 3-0'd. Them, my bad. They kind of ran over me. I considered like switching to I considered switching to Chun, just for the sake of the Honda matchup. But Zagrand plays so many characters, they could have just come back with another one. And there were that was one thing about Super Turbo Top 8. If you watched it, it felt like every match was Boxer versus Chun. Boxer versus Chun happens so many fucking times in Top 8. Good lord. Like there wasn't enough. Like there wouldn't have been enough Chun, but I don't know. I probably should have tried, but I stuck with it, and I paid the price. What can I say? I didn't realize the music stopped. Let me get it back up. Dodgers swept the Rockies 4-1. 5-game winning streak. Nice, Anthony. Boxer's really good in Super Turbo. Boxer's one of the best in that game. Maybe not claw stupid, but he's really good. So I went out in 5th place in Super Turbo. Unfortunately, the medals only go out to top 4 in community games, so I missed out on my chance to get a medal. That's kind of a bummer. It was kind of messed up. I think the stream like didn't show the medal ceremony, which was kind of weird. Like it was just on a break screen like the entire time. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, that was Super Turbo. Like I said, Baby Don't Cry, Angel, Miguel, whatever you want to call him. He came back through losers. Ended up being a Chun mirror at the end. Endgamer 3K ended up getting second. I played Endgamer 3K at Fight Kingdom like the previous year, and I actually beat him. So I was like kind of hoping to get him in bracket because I think I could have taken his Chun. Like Dictator versus Chun is like not a super great matchup for Dictator, but I always feel like okay in that match. I feel like I've played it enough that I'm like kind of comfortable with it. So I don't know. I was surprised he beat Climax, honestly. So good stuff to him. He's definitely leveled up. I thought it was gonna be Climax and Angel in the grand finals, but I guess not. But good stuff all around. And then immediately after Super Turbo, we had to go to the main event. The main event of Combo Breaker. Oop. I can't believe it. They were running an Uma Musume tournament. And they called it Mambo Breaker. Like, come on. I have to fucking enter this. They ran a fucking Uma Musume tournament. I took that picture just because it was so surreal seeing Mambo up on the stage, and it made me laugh. So how the fuck does an Uma Musume tournament work? Well, you know, you have to. In Uma, you gotta train your horse girls. Let them build their stats. Get some skills for them, all that stuff. The format for it was they used they do this thing like every month. I guess it's more than every month because of the accelerated schedule. Called the Champions Meet, where they run 3v3v3, 3 teams of 3 teams on a specific course. Like they tell you the course and all the conditions ahead of time because there's like certain stuff, certain skills you can take for that course or whatever. Problem is, I'm in a state with the game right now where I'm not really playing it that much. I streamed it once, like when Mambo came out, and that was like the day they added the new Track Blazer mode. I fucking hate Track Blazer. I fucking hate Track Blazer so much. Track Blazer sucks ass. Hold on, I should move this over here. I fucking hate Track Blazer. It takes too fucking long to do anything. So I'm kind of in maintenance mode with the game right now, waiting for the next career to get added like late in June. So my horses weren't that buff, but I saw like people were like entering like SS's and UG ranks, and I only had S pluses. But you know, sure, I'll enter it. It's called Mambo Breaker. It's the funniest name. It was a free tournament. No entry fee. How could I not? And so running one of these tournaments is kind of I don't know, it's kind of a mess because you have to they like split people into like 3 blocks. There were 67 people that entered, by the way, 6-7. They split people up into blocks, so it was like easier. You had to like find who you were playing against, and you had to like set up a private lobby amongst you 3 to like do your races. And you know, it's 3v3v3, so only one winner goes on, and everybody else gets sent to the losers bracket. I went 0-2. I went 0-2 in 2 different tournaments at Combo Breaker. What the fuck? But no, it was very funny. I only took 1 video. I didn't make a video source for this. Hold on. Where's my... Hold on, can I add a... I don't know which one it is. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Hold on, this is gonna be loud. Oh my god, why is it fucking flipped? Stupid fucking phone. Hold on a sec. Properties. Filters. Why did it fucking flip it? How do I... Hold on a sec. God damn it. I'm trying to find the... Which filter is it? Can I just rotate it? Transform. Uh-oh, now it's not showing up. What the hell? Nope, that didn't fucking do anything. Okay. No, that's the wrong way. Hold on, I'll get it. We'll get there. Stay with me on this. Hey, there we go. You made it. Okay. It was just very funny to see this all unfolded. Just everybody sitting. I wish I'd recorded a better video when people were getting like way more hype. But it was just funny to see this like going on the stage. And yeah, that's what I thought was very funny, the juxtaposition of this, because they had like an NRS, a history of NRS tournament like going on to the left. So I have to imagine like a lot of those people that were there to watch like the Mortal Kombat and Injustice games, like they're there to watch that, and they're just looking over there like, what the fuck is going on? And I was I was like glancing over at the crowd sometimes, and yeah, they were actually like watching it. Like sometimes they wanted to watch the horse girls run. That NRS Legacy exhibition went on for a fucking while too. Like it was still going when the Mambo tournament ended, I think. That shit was going on for a while. But let's see here. Hold on, I added another image. That's not it. Yeah, I like the top six thing they had. Devil Ray made it to top 6. I went 0-2, but Heidi, she did pretty well. She got up on stage and everything. A lot of the matches didn't happen on stage. Yeah, the freak out over winning ticket was great. I wish I'd recorded that, because there were people like holding up signs, and somebody had a winning ticket sign. And people were just fucking losing their mind when that, I think it was a UG winning ticket. Like it was a super buff winning ticket. And everybody just lost their shit. And I wish I'd recorded that. I hope somebody got footage of it. But like the funniest thing about what happened in oh man. So there was this one guy there. I think he got dragged over there by his friends, and he didn't play Uma Musume at all. But he was just sitting there watching, and I guess he was like trying to parse what was going on. So like during a race in that game, especially when it was happening on stream, there's like a thing on the right that shows like the skills when they activate. Because everybody, skills will activate at a certain time. It'll activate on a corner, and a straightaway, or in the middle of the race, the end of the race, or whatever. And so there's a skill called Professor of Curvature that everybody usually takes, because usually everybody is bringing the Kita-san Black card, which gives you Professor of Curvature, which is a skill that activates on corners and gives you a big boost in speed. It works for like pretty much anybody, so it's a very common skill. So this I don't know why he started doing it, but he noticed that Professor of Curvature was like popping up on screen a lot. And so every time it did, he started yelling out, "Professor of Curvature! Professor of Curvature!" And when I realized what was going on, I started laughing my ass off. I walked over to where he was, and I joined in on it. And then Funk Dot came over, and he started doing it. And so you have like Other people in the crowd were doing it, and so everybody's just going, Professor of Curvature! It was so funny. I'm never gonna not think of that when taking that skill now. Yeah, Funk Doc was there. He was rooming with us. You missed him? Oh, man. I would have, I didn't know where he was on Sunday for a while. Because, well, no, he was with us for a bit. Yeah, I didn't run into you, Zerp, until, like, the Sunday night when you guys were drinking. I wasn't drinking. And then some dude came over and brought pizza. That was pretty sick. I needed that slice of pizza right about then. Professor of Curvature. There's got to be a video out there somewhere of that. I need video of that. I wish I had taken video. I never think to like record these things. Like I'm just living in the moment. And then people started doing, because it took a while between matches. Like that's the problem with like the watching the stream and the VOD. Like there was a lot of downtime, like trying to get the next match set up and all that, because you gotta have people on their phones get in and get into the match, all that shit. And so it wasn't until like near the end when somebody figured out, hey, let's go into the crowd with a camera, and people were like doing 10 pulls on their phone, trying to pull SSRs. And one guy did pull a wedding Curran-chan. Most of them didn't get it, but somebody pulled a Curran. Two other people pulled. Well, no. One person, when they went up for Melty Blood, they pointed their camera at the screen and pulled did a 10 pull and got Curran. Yeah, Akimi Sato, she sparked. She got called out by the commentators for, that's not a pull. You sparked for Curran. But I guess her team name was Look at Curran. Hashtag Look at Curran, and then the crowd started chanting, Look at Curran. So that was kind of funny. And yeah, when people were doing the 10 pulls, like they, when the, I forgot to put the music back on. When it would show like the silver and gold gates, they were going like, fuck, 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 yeah, fuck, fuck, fuck. It was so good. There was just, it's like I've said about Combo Breaker. These are the vibes I'm here for. These are the vibes I like, where everybody's just having a great time. It was very entertaining. If anybody finds video of Professor of Curvature Chance, let me know. I wish I'd recorded it. I wish I'd fucking recorded it. It was so funny. If they run it again next year, we're all gonna be chanting that. That was one of my favorite moments of Combo Breaker. So anyway, yeah, if it's just a side game, that's fine. Like as long as it happens, I'm there.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Jacqueline, hey, thank you for the host. Thank you very much for the raid. Yeah, I just, yeah, if it's a BYOC, whatever. I just want there to be something going on. Because if they do it again next year, and you know, if I'm actually there, if we can make it back out there, hopefully by then there's going to be a better career mode to run. So, because man, fuck Track Blazer, I fucking hate Track Blazer. So that was Saturday. I'm only up to Saturday in my recap. Good lord. So like I said, the plan was if I was not in any brackets on Sunday, I want to go back to Galloping Ghost because Murphigator wanted to go back. So we all crammed into his Kia hatchback. It was Murph, me, Funk Doc, Garcia Incident, and Adam Admar, who I'd just met also at Combo Breaker. Also cool dude. We all crammed in there. Went down on Sunday. Oh, we went to Giordano's. Had some more deep dish pizza. Delicious. We don't even know if T20 is happening. Somebody needs to pay for my flight if they want me out at T20. Talk to Doc about that. I can't afford to travel again. So when I went on Sunday, more of the stuff was the stuff we'd brought up to. It was Tweet Chow and Pete Hahn who had brought up some things to Waffles, and so we got some things fixed. I was able to put up a score on Crime City. I don't think I got a picture of it. I think I forgot to get a picture of it. And then when I went back to get a picture of it, it was gone. Rip. I did get a score on Destroyer from Jail. That was almost a 1cc. I was like, I got to the Frankensteins at the very end, but I made like too many mistakes. Would have been nice to get the 1cc on cabinet, but alas. Put up a Strikers 1945-2 score. That was while I was talking to Sean Mackey, who was there on Sunday. He's kind of a younger guy, but he's really into shmups. He put up like 92 million on Ketsui pretty recently. Super cool dude. Had a good time talking to him. Also met Jim Patzer. He was out on Sunday. He was playing a lot of looping. Going for the house high on looping of all things. Saw a lot of scores of his in Wisconsin. Put up a 1cc on NAM 1975. That cabinet was a little better than some of the Neo Geo cabs. Not by that much though. I thought that was funny. The Z80 error strikes again. They have USB plugins in a cab? No. A Neo Geo might have a headphone slot, but the ones I tried didn't work. Might have worked on some of the other ones, but... and yes, I'm sorry, Stephen Lucas. I had a request for Top Hunter, so I had to put up a 1cc on it. I think I had some other scores, but I didn't take pictures of them. I almost 1cc Devastators, which I had those struggle streams a few months ago. I really wanted to play that because I don't know, I like that game, despite all the pain it caused me. But that was another one that needed to get fixed. That fucking game. Oh yeah, I put up a score in Crackdown. It wasn't a 1cc. I think I got to like 4-1. Not great. I tried putting up a score in Quartet. I did not beat the Arcade record. I was like 3 stages short. Oh well. But as is usually the case when you go to Galloping Ghost, there's so many things like I wanted to play that I just never had time to. I wanted to put up a score on Riot. I wanted to put up a score on Shock Trooper Second Squad. I wanted to put up a score on. There's like a 2012 score on Total Carnage, but Total Carnage would take a while. There's so many things I wanted to play, but not enough time to do it. I did what I could. I'm always going to get asked, why didn't you play this? Why didn't you play that? There's only... We stayed for a while. We stayed like... until like 8:30? We stayed for like 8 hours. Murphy Gator did get a 1cc on Lucky and Wild. That was his big white whale. He did not record it. He doesn't care anything about like recording scores for Arcade reasons, but he was grinding that, and he got the clear of it on it. Yeah, he got like a video of the end credits. So good stuff to him. I don't know what else he did. I know Funk Doc said he 1cc'd Warrior Blade like first try ever. Which is crazy. I think I saw him playing Growl. I saw him playing what else? He was playing some stuff. I think it rekindled his interest in arcade games again. He might want to stream again in the future. Who knows? Who knows? I miss Funk Doc streams. Rika, you around here? I heard you. But yeah, I'm probably forgetting something. Doc was there again on Sunday. I got to talk to him again. Fuck. I know there's something I'm forgetting. Like I should have taken notes. I did very little prep for the stream. Oh, Rika. Hey. There you are. Hey. Come here. Rika. Let's get back here. What? We missed you. We missed you so much. Hello. Yeah, we've been away for a week. He's in the summoning salt on Castlevania. Oh, you love this. I hear you purring. But I feel the murder claw sticking out. Hi. Want to get up here? Hey. What are you doing? You're camera shy, huh? You big baby. Are you done here? Okay. She doesn't want to be a lap baby. I try, but she doesn't want to cooperate. That's all you did at Galloping Ghost? I'm pretty sure you played other games. Yeah, I didn't get to play Spinal Breakers. That had like a pretty good score. I toyed around with the idea of like beating Chris Plackey that has a score in Super Spy, but then I'm like, do I want to be playing the Super Spy when I'm at Galloping Ghost? It's like a lot of the games I want to play are like too fucking long. Super Spy, Total Carnage, Shock Troopers Second Squad is also like another 40-45 minute one. That's kind of why I played like I went straight to like Strikers 1945 2 and 3 because they're like 15-minute games. Well, if I put up a Super Spy score, I'm pretty sure nobody would beat it. I think just getting to Nick in the second building would be unbeatable. That's like what, 140,000? Wanted to put up a score in Mutation Nation. There was a lot of Neo Geo stuff. Is Honda good in Super Turbo? If the character doesn't have a fireball, Honda's really good. If the character does have a fireball, he usually loses. That's pretty much what it boils down to. But yeah, that was Sunday. I think we went back to the venue after that. Heidi played Virtua Fighter. Heidi didn't go to Galloping Ghost on Sunday. She was watching and playing Virtua Fighter the entire day. Dot, I see what you're doing, and I like it. Julia was not killed live on stage. Shut the fuck up. Don't make me come in there. Tekken 8 fucking sucks, man. But yeah, that was pretty much. Oh yeah, I did see Zerp upstairs. just kind of hung out for a bit. Watched a little of Street Fighter 6 Finals. And then we were so fucking tired, we just went, Oh, yeah! When I woke up, yeah. Thursday morning, I woke up at, like, 7:30 in the morning. And I just kind of, like, looked back at my... I looked on my phone for a second, I'm like, uh-oh. And then I see Heidi, like, stirring in... A few minutes later, I'm like, Heidi... Heidi. Yeah. There was a Virtua Fighter leak. And she's just like, did they show her? Her being Vanessa. And I'm like, no. But had to watch it anyway. I guess that's like a Summer Games Fest thing they're gonna show that hasn't happened yet. Because they didn't show it at Combo Breaker. We took care of Rika. We had her at a cat boarding place. Had to pick her up at 8:30 this morning. Yeah, and then he had to get out the laptop and write up the news for GameSpot. Weird, they still haven't shown Vanessa. I guess she's dead. Weird. People got copyright struck for it? Yeah, makes sense. You want to risk your account for those hot views? Good luck. P6 leaked today. Woo. So yeah, that was that. That was pretty much the end of Combo Breaker for us. But like I mentioned, on Monday we went to we got on a train. Brian Clark drove us to the Amtrak station. Again, huge shout-outs to Brian Clark for hauling our asses around while we're in Schaumburg. Oh yeah, the Combo Breaker Arcade had that. It's the marquee said Fire's History, the original Fire's History, but it was Mace the Dark Ages. I forgot to get a picture of that. Fuck. That was very cursed. Why the fuck would you do that? Anyway. Yeah, that's another problem. Like, I didn't get to... it feels like outside of, like, the arcade area in Combo Breaker, like, I wasn't really playing anything. Like, I didn't get to play any Fighter's History Dynamite. It wasn't in the arcade. I didn't know if anybody, like, brought a setup. Yeah, speaking of Mace the Dark Age, I've got a picture. Most of y'all have already seen it. So we went to Wisconsin for a couple days because Heidi had a friend she wanted to visit, and the plan was drop me off at arcades and let them catch up. No, I've never played Demon Bride. Let's see if I got this all set up. So we went to I forget what city it's in, but we went to an arcade called Vintage Vault Arcade. It was kind of a smaller place, but they had some games there. They had little high score cards for everything, which was pretty cool. They had a Sinistar cabinet that was in really good shape and actually saved high scores. Sinistar cabinets always have problems with the NVRAM going bad, and then the high scores get corrupted. That's what's happened to the Sinistar cabinet at Next Level. Next Level Pinball in Portland. Hillsborough, I should say. So anytime I can leave a score behind on a Sinistar cabinet, I'm always thrilled. Mukwanago. I probably mispronounced that. But yeah, they had little they had their own little high score cards like Galloping Ghost has for like house highs. There was this guy named BAA who was like evil BBH. He played like a lot of stuff there. Oh yeah, I played Mad Planets. Didn't save high scores. I swear to God, every single time I play Mad Planets, I always top out at 240 to 250,000 every time. Like, I am so consistent at hitting 240,000 in Mad Planets. And by the time I get that far, that stick is just fucking destroying my hand. I don't know what it is about that fucking flight stick. But I put up a house high on that. They had a Batman Forever cabinet in really good shape, except for the monitor. You can see like the diagonal lines. And it was loud. It was a loud cabinet. Wait, Austin Swan's score is unbeatable. In what, Sinistar? Oh no, Mad Planets. Yeah, his score in Mad Planets is not going to be touched. His Sinistar score is beatable. It's just a matter of everything. It's a matter of the Warriors behaving. Mad Planets, I can't beat that. But yeah, I know Galloping Ghost has a Batman Forever cabinet also, but this one, like the control panel was like in really good shape. It looked really good. And whenever I see a Batman Forever cabinet, I have to test the volume. I didn't play like a full credit of it. I probably should have, but I didn't. But I did play it long enough to get a 40-hit combo, and yeah, everything's pretty loud, and then all of a sudden, spank me! There weren't that many people in the arcade, so not as many people to freak out, but I did it a little bit. Made the people working there probably wonder what the fuck was going on. I did talk to the... there was one guy working there. Forget his name. And I did talk to the owner. They're both really nice dudes. They say they want to expand and add more games in. Was this Sega Sonic the Hedgehog cabinet at Galloping Ghost before they changed it to a showcase cabinet? Because this looks like a custom thing. I thought that was kind of odd. Because you don't see Sega Sonic the Hedgehog very often. I did play a credit of it just for the hell of it. I don't know how far I got. I mean, it has to be a custom cabinet because I didn't really get a US release, I think. It was always in the 33 showcase. Where the fuck did they get this then? They also had this, like this, that marquee has to be from Galloping Ghost Reproductions, because it has like that weird 1997 text at the bottom right. Look at this fucking cabinet though. The button's like all the way at the top of the panel. Really fucking weird. Those sticks weren't very good either. They were not hitting diagonals very well at all. So I didn't even beat the house high on that. I would have. I could put up like at least like 30 mil. The instruction marquee was like from Raiden DX, so they just changed it to Dodonpachi. But I thought that was funky. Oh, there's another picture. Why do I have two pictures of that? The food fight cabinet there was really fucking weird. Because first of all, how the fuck did somebody get 20 million on this? But it was also it also had like weird settings. Like it was set to extra lives like every 25,000 instead of like first one at 25, then 100, 200, 300, 400, etc. But also the difficulty was turned up by like stage 8. Like the chefs were like just going through all the food instantly, which I don't think happens until like much later. If that 20 million is legit, that's fucking crazy. Because I know like there's a dip switch setting where you can warp ahead at a higher stage, and if you after a credit's over, if you put in another credit, you can like kind of continue and resume on whatever stage that was for like another warp bonus. But they had it disabled. But I'm really curious as to where the fuck that 20 million came from. Because that would have taken a long time. Yeah, they're yeah, see how much that BAA guy plays Krull? I had to take that ass down. One shot. Love Krull. And shoutouts to this asshole. I'm publicly shaming this asshole at the Beetlejuice table. He was fucking sitting there for like 2.5 hours and would not get off the fucking Beetlejuice table until like it fucking there was like a problem with the ball launch, and it had to be fixed. That was the only thing that could get him up. Like, I know the place is on free play, but dude, let some other people play every now and then, man. Jesus Christ. Don't be this guy. Whoever you are, you're on blast. And this I thought was I'd never gotten to see a Cabaret Satan's Hollow in person. No, I don't think he played 1 2-hour game. I've never seen... I saw like one of these cabinets in like the background of I think it was like a Miami Vice episode. And I was like, oh, sick. I didn't know they made a cabaret out of Satan's Hollow. Oh, that was Galloping Ghost Cabinet? I guess that makes sense. It was in really nice shape, except it was like right up next to the NBA Jam cabinet. So I ended up like leaning my arm on the NBA Jam cabinet just to hit the shield button. I only got like 240,000. It wasn't a great run. But yeah, I thought that was cool. And of course, I posted that on Blue Sky. I don't know why. I don't know why they decided to put that there. But welcome to the bathroom. That's like the owner said, they want to move to like a bigger location. Like they have a lot of games and not enough room for it. That seems to be a common problem with these arcade owners, unfortunately. You're collecting all these cabinets, but you can't really can't find a place for them. Renaissance ass photo. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one. Oh yeah, I had this was like the last thing I did before I had to leave. They were closing at 5 p.m. because it was some Memorial Day thing. I just thought it was funny because again I'm pissing off that BAA guy. I've always wanted to get like a not really marathon, but go for like at least 1 million in Journey. It did have the cassette, the machine. It was playing separate ways. I heard most of the song because I got to like loop 6. Yeah, I played it because I wanted to see if it actually had the cassette hooked up, and it did. So that was pretty cool. It was in pretty good condition. Good stuff. And then on Tuesday we went to the Garcade. This was my last arcade stop of the trip. Another $20 for free play arcade type things. Bigger location than Vintage Vault. I think they've been around for a while. I'm just checking. I took that picture for Sebmall. The row of fuckers. They had a pretty good selection. Most of their pinball tables were Stearns. They had some other pinball tables. They had Lethal Weapon 3, Terminator 2. They also had a Sinistar cabinet. That's not Sinistar. That's Quan Chi. I see Quan Chi in the wild. I got to take a picture. They also had a Sinistar cabinet. And that Ari guy had like 249,000. That's a pretty good score. So I had to grind that for a little bit. And I got 298, which was kind of bittersweet because your next extend is at 300,000. Very close, but alas. Who knows? I could have maybe taken that to a new personal best. What else did I play there? They were doing Arcade Wars. And the game of the month was Airbuster. I thought this was very funny because I got a free 20-ounce Dr. Pepper for putting up an Airbuster score, but they had it on, like, fucked up settings. The arm wrestling cab at where? At Galloping Ghost? I didn't play it. Next Level Pinball has an arm wrestling cab if I need to play it. Yeah, so they had this on a... actually, it's X-Men vs. Street Fighter, not Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, it had like the 6-button layout and all that. Considering they participate in Arcade Wars every month, it makes me wonder if they just have it on MAME or something. I didn't know if that was like a real board, but they had it on like fucked up settings. It was way harder than I'd ever seen like any Airbuster cab. Like Pete, you've won CC'd Airbuster. When I got to the fourth boss, the robot guy and that like jumps around and has the mace and all that, whenever he would jump, he released like a big spread shot of bullets. I've never seen that happen before. It was way the fuck harder. So I almost won CC'd it on those fucked up settings, and then I couldn't do it again. I tried. Yeah, he did the rock thing, but like every time, like when he jumps from like one side to the other, like he would fire some bullets and then fire another spread of bullets, and like there were like these enemies on stage 2 that like release homing missiles. They were just firing like a constant slow stream of shots. There were just all these extra bullets that I've never seen in that game. So it was... I don't know. It was bizarre. It's probably on like hardest difficulty or something. That's kind of a handicap for them if everybody else is playing on normal difficulty. Whatever. I got my Dr. Pepper. I have a couple more pictures here. I played Blazing Star again. I thought it was funny. I played Blazing Star like twice in 2 days. No, I guess it was a few days. I played the other one at Galloping Ghost. That score wasn't very good, but whatever. I like taking pictures of Neo Geos. I don't think I have the other picture in here. What was the last one? Oh yeah, I put a score up on Moon Patrol. I like when Moon Patrol has it has like a high score save, which Moon Patrol originally didn't have. It would just have one high score and that was it. That's not my personal best on Moon Patrol either. That was kind of fell apart. Employees wanted you to beat my score. You're gonna have to get to the last boss to do that. I played some Raiden Fires 1, but I couldn't get a good credit going. And I kind of gave up. I should have left a score behind, but I didn't. These are good pictures. These pictures get really bad when you zoom in. My phone camera is kind of shit. Anyway, oh, that's the end. Like I said, I never think to like take enough pictures when I'm on one of these trips, but I end up taking pictures of high scores and shit. That's it. Yeah, I was trying to just get a score with Judge Spear, but I kept fucking up, and I eventually just played other stuff. But yeah, the arcade it's a nice arcade, but their score tracking is not great. I'm not gonna mince words here. Not every cabinet had like a high scorecard, and when I talked to, I think it was the owner, about like getting these scores logged, they weren't keeping like very good records of like what the high scores were and what was when they were done. Like they had like all these pieces of paper, but he had to like go through all these pieces of paper, and it was like, okay. So that kind of killed my desire a little bit to beat some of these house highs. But I had fun. And that was pretty much it. On Wednesday, like I said, we had to fly out of O'Hare because of the flight deal we had that Funk Doc's mom set up. So we had to like take a bus and then get to the airport, wait around, take a 3.5-hour flight to Seattle, wait around another hour, take another flight, which got delayed, and then they kept us on the ground for a while, and we didn't get home until like 1 a.m. And then we just crashed and had to wake up at 8 to go pick up our dear little kitty Rika. And now we're home. And that was Lord BBH and Devil Ray's Combo Breaker adventure. We did get Butter Boys. You're not eating the Butter Boys right now, are you? I had a great time. I really had a... You got extra fries? You got fries? Alright, mukbang time. Well, anyway, any other, was there anything else that happened? Any questions? I did have a good time. I would like to get out there again next year. But I don't know if we'll have like any sort of hookup. Yeah, we had some good pizza. Yeah, I saw that, Rory. I'm sorry to hear that. Next time, Alex, don't be shy. I want to meet everyone. I didn't have any. I felt like I didn't have any really bad experiences meeting anybody. I'm just mad at that fucker who was hogging the Beetlejuice table. Oh yeah, Evo. That was the last Evo I went to. I am eating hamburger and potato every day. Potato is Mambo. No, I'm sorry, Hydreigon. I didn't know you were in the area. And I didn't know the exact timetable on when we were going. Where we're going. Best food I had? I really can't make up my mind as to whether or not Lou Molnetta's or Giordano's was better. They were both really good. They were both really good deep dish pizza. We also went to Portillo's. Had some... had fries and spaghetti. Dinner of champions. Combo Breaker... No, Combo Breaker 2023 was my first. Oh yeah, we went to that brunch place on Wednesday. Had some really fluffy pancakes. Rika's out here! Hi! He had some tonight, Pete. Nice. Rika doesn't really eat fries. She likes, she wants tendies. I've heard Heidi yell out, "My tendies!" You want a fry? No? You're back. Hello. Mwah. You missed us, didn't you? The buttercrust upgrade on the deep dish. I don't think we did that. Should have done that. There are not many choices for deep dish in Portland. There's a place downtown called The Star, but it's downtown. I don't like going downtown. We have things yet to do. What do we have to do? Yeah, if I'm gonna go to any fighting game major, it's gonna be Combo Breaker all day. That is the best major. Oh, things in Chicago, yeah. I was like, why would I want to do things when I can just go to Galloping Ghost? No, it'd be nice to check out the other ones. Shut up, Afro Mitch. Do not give her. Don't take Heidi's side on this. But yeah, I'm not going to Evo anymore. 2019 was my last one. If I go anywhere, it's gonna be Combo Breaker. If it's unless it's like, you know, Fight Kingdom comes back, I'll go to Fight Kingdom. What's my favorite pinball table? The Addams Family. I had a lot of good times with that when it came out. I don't know what number 2 would be. Maybe Circus Voltaire? Theater Magic's a good one. Twilight Zone I want to like, but I fucking hate the left bumpers. Pat Lawler and his fucking fetish for bumpers on the left side. At least in Addams Family, it usually doesn't lead to a drain. But like I say, we have a lot of choices for pinball in Portland. I am not the Clown Time champion. You stop slandering me. Oh my God, you're giving too much fuel to Heidi. Don't get her started. She makes me play Roadshow every fucking time we go to next level. Just because she wants to hear that fucking song when you get the jackpot in multi-ball. The Mr. Do family. They didn't have Do Run Run, though. Hey, there's some other Gottliebs they're missing, like Hollywood Heat and Gold Wings. French fries. Thank you for the fries, Heidi. Rika-chan. Rika-chan. Does it get cold early in Oregon? Sometimes we'll have like some warm weather through like sometimes through like October, but once October hits, that's like at least 6 months of 50 degree weather and rain every day. Like it's supposed to be warm like this week, but now it's supposed to be like it's supposed to rain tomorrow and be like 60 degrees. And it's like the end of May. Oh, are you getting feisty? Mwah. You're such a baby. All right. Well, that's the end of, I guess I'll put that on YouTube. The combo breaker wrap-up.